In this video, we will show you how to replace your fuel pump sending unit on this Nissan Altima. This will be located under your rear seat. Let's get into it. Okay friend, let's get started on our job. The first thing we want to do is make our way over to the fuel cap. We'll remove this from the vehicle. Set that aside. Now we can make our way into the passenger compartment. Let's start removing the rear seat. For this, you'll find you have two locks, one on each side of the seat. You'll have to reach underneath, grab onto the two locking tabs, and pull them straight forward to release it. As you release one side, make your way over to the other side and do the exact same thing. Remove the seat. Here we are. Now that we have the seat out of the way, let's continue on by removing this trap door. For this, you'll find that you have 4 locking tabs holding it down in place. Commonly, you can use a flathead or a Phillips head screwdriver to turn these to break them free. Now that we have that pulled away, let's disconnect this wiring harness. You'll find that you have one locking tab in the very center. You can press that down and disconnect this. If you have a hard time squeezing it, you can continue with a flathead screwdriver. Come underneath this area to lift up on the locking tab. Once you have that disconnected, give both ends a quick inspection for corrosion. We'll set this aside. Let's use some compressed air in this area to clean any miscellaneous debris. The next thing we'll need to do is start disconnecting our 2 fuel lines. Keep in mind there could still be pressurized fuel in the system. So as we're starting to disconnect these, it's a good idea to put a rag or something the like over this area so no fuel makes its way into your face or on any of your interior. Now I'll just do this without the rag on top here so you can see what's going on. For this one, there's 2 locking tabs, one on each side. We're going to squeeze those in just enough that we can pull this out of position. You can use some pliers, small screwdrivers, whatever you happen to have. Let's have our rag handy. Now that we have this side broken free, we'll pause on this one because we do have to lift this up enough to be able to remove it. On this one, we'll continue on with squeezing on these 2 blue tabs. Squeeze those in and pull this out of position. Get that rag handy. There we are. Now that we have the line slid out of place, let's remove the locking tab so we can reinsert that into the line. To do that, if you were to look at this blue locking tab, you'll find that it has 2 locks on it that you will have to gently pry away so you can slide this out of position. While applying pressure on one side, I'll do the exact same thing to the other side and start pulling this off. We'll give that a quick inspection, make sure it is still reusable and it's not cracked or broken in any way. Continue on to installing that onto the fuel line. Now we can move along to removing our locking ring. This ring has to be turned counterclockwise to dislodge it from each one of its locking tabs, which are part of the fuel tank. When doing so, you want to be extremely careful not to create a spark of any sort, so we'll be using a brass punch and a rubber mallet. Turning this counterclockwise, once it breaks free, the fuel pump will want to come up, and at that point, you want to be extremely careful for fuel vapors. It's getting pretty close now. Now we can maneuver this around so we can remove our final fuel line from the area. With that out of place, we'll continue on to removing our locking ring. Make sure you give this a close inspection. If it looks like it's rotted and weak in any way, it's important to make sure you replace it. This one looks fine. We'll set it aside. Carefully reach inside this area, take hold of that fuel pump and start removing it from the fuel tank. Inside of this area, there is commonly going to be fuel located in the center. You want to be very careful not to get that in your vehicle. We'll start pulling this up and out of place and put it in a collection receptacle. There it is, friend. With the fuel pump out of the vehicle, we'll continue on to removing our sealing ring, and then we'll clean and inspect the fuel tank. It is a plastic fuel tank, so it's unlikely it'll be rusted, but you do want to make sure it's not damaged. Just double check where that seal goes. This one looks perfect. All right, let's get ready for the installation of our brand new pump and sealing ring. We'll take that sealing ring and put it in position on the fuel tank itself. It should sit right inside of the groove. Continue on with your fuel pump assembly. You have the level sensor here. We want to make sure that that goes down inside the fuel tank, and then we'll scoop it in and then bring it down as flat as possible. Be very careful for that sealing ring. We want to make sure it is still seated inside the proper orientation. Now, as we bring this down, we'll be paying attention to our sealing ring. We also want to make sure we have our lock ring in place. And lastly, we're going to remove each of these covers and put on this hose right here. It's kind of a juggling act. Press that in, we'll listen for a click, give it a light tug. It should move but not fall out of place. Let's continue bringing this down into the proper position, aligning our locking ring at the same time. Now we'll pause just to double check we're sitting on each one of these tabs as we need to be. That looks good. Let's continue on with driving this all the way into the locked position. Now I'm just confirming that I'm completely locked in on all of my locking tabs. It's extremely important. We don't want any fuel vapors making their way into the passenger compartment. Let's reconnect our fuel line here. Press it in, listen for a click, give it a light wiggle. Now it's time for the wiring harness. We'll take this and press it in. I got a nice click from that. We'll double check to make sure it's secure. Before we put the trap door on here, let's just reconfirm everything. We're connected in. We know for sure both of the fuel lines are tight and the lock ring is locked in position correctly. Continue on with your trap door. We'll get this aligned with all of the locking tabs and then we'll lock them in. Now it's time to put in our rear seat. One of the most important parts about this is making sure that your seatbelt buckles are in the fully upright position. Now, while pressing this back diagonally, we're trying to hook in the center. Once that is hooked in, we'll press down the forward aspect and make sure it is completely locked down on both sides. Go ahead and give that a light tug to try to make sure it's secure. Double check each one of the seat belts. Let's reinstall that fuel cover. Okay friends, we showed you how to install the fuel pump assembly on your vehicle. At this point, hop inside the passenger compartment and start it up, take it for a road test. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.